Hear the Salvation Army band and followed them across the land. We cried for crowded streets full of garbage men. Seemed to save us with their galleon trucks that shine just like the first time we fell in love, but it'd never feel the way it was when we were kids again. So this angry war that lights the moon and strikes you hard with a silver spoon, an extermination plan from June, is the music of your favorite tune. This country is dead. Maria, come on, let's go dancing tonight. But if you want to feel the Holy Ghost, then join the band and burn your clothes, cause the last great hope of rock and roll ain't some Barbie doll on a stripper pole. And I know every word to your first CD, and I would marry you tonight on them streets of Galilee. So desperately you kiss my face like you're from another time or place, a memory I cannot seem to trace at all. But triumphant you pull back into town like the circus, and what a juggling clown, a fighter for a critically acclaimed artist who can't even draw. So light one up for me and say I saved you from another day of petty lies and gutless folks who steal from you to give you hope. I get the feeling nowadays there ain't nothing left to say. So let's load the cannons to fire so far we hit outer space from inside my car, cause we all used to dream so hard, but nowadays we're all too sick and tired. I've cried so much, my dear, the tears are like a sea. There's a ship we can ride across on them streets of Galilee. No one's right, but no one's wrong, as we all wait here for the atom bomb, and I ain't never had to wait so long to get blowed up. But maybe when we finally go, CMT will show a country music video and apologize for all their TV shows in which they tried a little harder to find something cool. Well, I guess I don't really watch TV, but I know I would if I could see a beat poet laughing at misery just like it's 1963. And baby, you gotta know I loved you even way back then. So take my hand and have a beer. Oh, Milwaukee's having one hell of a year, and I promise to hold you up, my love. You can see the singer take his drugs. I have not felt so good since 1993. 1993, I was standing around the parking lot waiting for my mom to come pick me up from school. She showed up, I threw my lunchbox on the floor. I said, Mom, I gotta tell you, school sucks, man. She said, I hear ya. Let me play you some music that might change your mind about how you feel about it. I said, all right. She put this tape on the way home called The Beatles, man. Played me a song called It's Getting Better All the Time, about the teachers at school that taught me that weren't cool. I said, Mom, you're all right. And I listened to those Beatles records, man, all I could think was, God, I'd love to do that. How hard could it be? Turns out it's pretty hard, man. Beatles songs got a lot of chords in them. First off, Second of all, I can never get my hair to look cool, and sure as I'm standing in front of y'all today, I can tell you this, man, you cannot play the Beatles music with some bullshit hair. Now I listened to those Beatles records in my room, I noticed they had this whole other kind of guitar from the kind of guitar I had, an acoustic guitar, man. They were playing electric guitars, you know, and not to say that acoustic guitar ain't cool too, but it's different, you know what I mean? Like, best case scenario after, you know, something like this happens, maybe a guy comes up to you, he's probably like somewhere in his late 40s to early 50s, and he says some shit like, man, I really dug what you did with the folk music up there. Maybe we could pet a whale together or plant a tree or hold hands or some crap like that. But you get that electric guitar going, the chicks are taking their shirts off, the beer's free, the whole deal is way better. I said, man, that's what I want to do. And that was what they called in school a visual learner, my friends, which basically means that I didn't really do anything, but they felt bad about that, so they gave me that name, visual learner. Made me think if I could see something, maybe I could learn how to do it too. And I was thumbing through the newspaper looking for who I could see play the electric guitar so I could learn how to do it too, and they advertised this guy's playing at the Ohio State Fair. Called him the Motor City Madman. I'd never heard of that before, but I looked it up on the internet and I found out it was a guy named Ted Nugent. And then I found a picture of him wearing a loincloth and a headband and carrying around some sort of assault bow and arrow type deal, and I just thought, clearly, this is the fucking guy I should be taking guitar lessons from. So I went down to the state fair and I watched Brother Ted Nugent play the guitar, and man, it was pretty kick-ass overall, I must say. He did Cat Scratch Fever and all his old hits and stuff, man, and then he left the stage, came back on the stage by round of applause for what they call in the music business an encore, and it was at that point in time he'd done a song I was entirely unfamiliar with that he just called Jackass, which is basically a song where that dude sings about different people he thinks are jackasses, and then one by one his road crew brings out a life-size cardboard cutout of each person he's singing about, and he shoots them through the heart with a flaming crossbow in front of everybody. I was like, man, I just kind of wanted to hear Stranglehold, but all right. I'm not telling you this to make fun of Ted, man. He's out there doing what he does, you know. You should do what you do too, so long as it does not hurt anybody else, my brothers and sisters. I believe that, but these times we're living in are strange. Easy to feel left out, man. But that's all right. I was out to dinner with some friends of mine the other night. Everybody was sitting around the dinner table. Nobody said anything, man. They was just text messaging each other. I felt left out. I said, excuse me. Got up, went next door to the pawn shop, bought a typewriter, and wrote them all a letter. Dear friends, my name is Lee Tasjan, and I stand here before you today as living proof that one good hat, a fuzz guitar pedal, and assorted pass to go a long way to keep you in free beer and good company in this man's world. And I don't want to tell you what to do with your life, but I will give you one friendly piece of advice. If you are gonna listen to Ted Nugent, stick to the early shit. On them streets of Galilee,